Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyakum Allah. Then with respect to the question about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and these types of currencies that have been created using blockchain technology, then generally the Muslim should keep away from this because of the fact that it has no actual intrinsic value. So it is not connected to gold or to silver. It is in reality just a number that is created through a certain type of strong technology that prevents anyone from copying it, almost like a long serial number. So as for its value, it has no value. It can be created by anyone. A man in their house on a computer can create it, and then they can use certain other types of technology to mine it and so on. So it has no support in terms of any authority of a government, and any individual can create it within a certain legal framework, but it has no value, and therefore it is not connected to gold or to silver. And even though fiat currency, likewise in our times, is not really connected to gold and silver, but nevertheless it is something that has legitimacy because of the fact that it is accepted in society, it is accepted by the people, and value can be made through it because of the fact that it is backed by governments and authorities and so on. And the other thing about cryptocurrency and these types of coins that are made up or tokens that are made is that they cannot be used in everyday life. At this present moment in time, they can't be used in everyday life. You can't go to the shop or go to the butcher or go to an abattoir or go to a farm and buy dates or yogurt or bread or meat or clothing and so on. And therefore it is something that is artificially created, and its market is artificial. So when a person wants actual value, in most cases, what they'll do is that they'll sell the Bitcoin for dollars and then use those dollars to go and buy gold and silver or other than that. But the issue about fiat currency, even though in our times, as I've mentioned, it may not have intrinsic value, but because of the fact that it is supported and it is something that is backed, whether it be the rial or whether it be the rupee or whether it be the pound or the euro or the dollar, but because it is backed by government and authority and accepted among the people as currency, it is considered to be currency. So therefore, the issue of sitting in a room and mining or creating cryptocurrency and then marketing it to the people and then saying to the people that this is real currency, and in reality what you want for it is a euro or a dollar or a rial or something, which the creator of it wants to use so that they can actually go out and use it. So in reality what we're saying here is that cryptocurrency is a unit or a token that is put onto the market, and then a value for it is created through marketing and speculation and creating zeal for it within the market, creating a desire, a demand for it in the market, for which people are willing to pay euros and dollars and pounds and rials and dinars and so on. And then its value goes up because the demand for it goes up, because there's only a finite number of these tokens or this cryptocurrency that is created. So therefore the maker of it claims that he will only produce a certain amount of them, and through that value is given to it, and therefore in itself it becomes something valuable in the eyes of the one who is buying. But in the marketplace, in the market, in the buying and selling of goods and services, it actually has no value in reality in most cases, because its usage is very limited to a small number of people who are willing to trade in it. But by and large, in the day-to-day buying and selling of the people in the marketplaces, in the supermarkets, in the shops, in the buying and selling of, for example, wheat and barley, and in the buying and selling of salt and dates and clothing and bread and meat and so on, then cryptocurrency is actually not in that field, by and large. So therefore, I would advise my brothers and sisters to keep away from this type of speculation, because it is of no value. You are trying to sell something that has no value and trying to buy something that has no value in the hope that others may demand it and therefore its value goes up. So therefore, they are trying to make it compete with other types of currency that are backed by governments and by authority and by the urf of the people, by the customs of the people that use dollars or use euros or use rupees or use riyals and dinars and dirhams, because those are actual currencies that are used, even though they are fiat currency, and there is some discussion concerning that. But nevertheless, if the brothers and sisters actually want intrinsic value, then they should buy things that have intrinsic value, whether it be land, whether it be gold, whether it be silver coin, gold bricks, gold biscuits, silver coins, or, as I mentioned, or land or property or cattle and so on. Then, because these things have actual intrinsic value. As for dealing in currency, then of course the scholars, they allow the dealing in currency. For example, a person is allowed to buy dollars for euros or rupees for riyals and so on. All of this is allowed as long as it is hand to hand, there and then, without delay. Then it is allowed. And is it allowed to make money through that? Yes, it is allowed to make money through currency exchange, as long as it is hand to hand, there and then, and the exchange is made in complete, without delay. So for example, a person can go to the currency exchange and give them 100 euros to buy, for example, $80. And that can be done hand to hand, and then tomorrow exchange those $80 for riyals, hand to hand, there and then, without delay. And a person is allowed to make a profit out of that. Why? Because the two currencies are different to each other. And this is why these types of currency exchanges are allowed, and even it is allowed to make money through them. As for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and so on, then it is not accepted in the marketplace like other currencies are. And as I've mentioned, all of the downfalls and all of the question marks over it make it such that it is something that is to be avoided. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullahu khairan. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een.